Well, that's a bit shorter than I expected. That's what she said.
That's what she said!
Well, I've got a random burst of energy, and today I'm going to talk about the one and only Bart Peeters, the most influential and the most famous Belgian musician, in my opinion. So then, let's talk about him. If you don't know who Bart Peeters is, well, Bart Peeters is a presenter, he's a TV host, he's a singer, he's an actor, and he's an all-around cool guy. Which is pretty amazing, right? Most of the people will probably know him from his music, but he's also an actor, like I said. He played in Das Sinterklaas, and he also played a character or two or three in Code Zipken, which is like the most fantastic medieval TV children's show ever made. So let's talk about his music, because he's a very, very big inspiration for me and my work, which is weird because I don't really work yet. I study still. But I'll explain it. Well, you're probably thinking, why do you think he's one of the best singer-songwriters in Belgium? Because Belgium is pretty big. I mean, obviously it's not the biggest country on earth, but it's pretty big. And why should we care? Why should you as a viewer care about this musician? Well, Bart Peeters is a very interesting character. He started off with the radios, alright? With his work in English, which is really interesting because nowadays he doesn't really sing in English anymore. He sings in Dutch, obviously an accent, right? The accent of Dutch, like Belgian. Belgian is like not really Dutch, not the same Dutch that they speak in the Netherlands. But obviously, I love Belgium. It's my country. I just love the culture and I praise the culture. And Bart Peeters started off with the radios, obviously. With Soul Sister, you might probably know them from The Way to Your Heart. That's also a song by them, which is really interesting. But they split off. They split it off, I guess. And Bart Peeters was left alone. And there he found the Great Brothers. So with the Great Brothers, I mean Ronnie and Robert Mushuze, which is really interesting. I shall need to find a way to get my lights perfect. Okay, this might work. Anyway, so like I said, the radio started off in English. Why did they start off in English? I'm not quite sure. I haven't really googled into that, but I think their music, holy shit you guys, for Belgian English music, it sounds pretty freaking great, man. And they toured around the world, which is really interesting. They went to Africa, they went to Ireland, I think too. But pretty much the most famous song of theirs is Tears in the Morning, which they actually sang during like a TV show or something, I'm not quite sure. And obviously the Tears in the Morning, the official song, is from the Beach Boys, and they actually don't really they didn't sample it, obviously. I did. I'm not quite sure. I'm not a big music kind of guy, but I think they just sang the same song but their way and their style, which is really cool. So I'm going to show you, or I'm going to let you hear a little clip of that song, which is just fantastic. So yes, after a while they made other music, and Bart Peeters, he's a bit of a madman, so he made different lyrics and he made different songs. And there are plenty of songs out there from the radios, like She Goes Nana. We also have I'm Into Folk, Walking the Thin Line. I just love that part. I just love the group, man. They have obviously have like these African beats, and they have like the rock, right, which is really interesting. My personal favorite, and this is going to sound really weird, but I'm a big sucker for I'm Into Folk, man. Holy shit, I love I'm Into Folk. Like holy shit, you can play that, I'm going to burst out a freaking Irish tap dance or whatever. No, just kidding. But the way that they just try to sing about like love, obviously, or just folk music, man. Like that's the weirdest random thing to sing about. I'm into folk. Yeah, sure. So. No, just all jokes aside, I think their songs are fantastic, and I'm going to let you also experience their songs now in a few seconds, because I'm going to let you taste, a few songs of theirs, which I think are very interesting. Alright, but all great songs must come to an end, because obviously I think it was Ronnie Messuze died one of the two brothers of the band died, and the group just stopped, which I think is totally fair. But obviously, Bart Peters wanted to make more music, and I mean, he literally often makes a cameo or two, or like a just an appearance on like The Voice or whatever, or there's this other program currently going on, which is the Dream Factory, where they make dreams come true in a way, which is really interesting. He's an all around cool guy, like I said. He just likes to think about other people, and I read a few articles about him because I love the man, and it's not like because I love him today. No, I loved him many years ago, and I still love him very much. He said, "I'm like, everyone else. I'm like an idiot with luck," and I thought, that's really poetic. I'm also an idiot. I'm a big idiot, but just think about it. You're alive. You're breathing. You probably have a house. You probably have great food. Um, I just think, yeah, this is going to be very emotional, I guess, but I think Bart Peters is one of the most awesome people that makes music. Like, I'm not quite sure, but he makes country music, he makes rock music, but also sometimes has a very sad song too. And let's just talk about his songs, alright? Because I think his songs are very diverse. Like, I have a list, Spotify here. Oh, my light is a bit off. Excuse me for that. So there we go. I have a list with all great songs of his. So I mean, I love those songs. I have not, listened to. Whoa, the lights. I have not listened to all of his songs, but I do really love the bunch, that I have here. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Light. Ooh. Okay. This is nice. Okay. So no, but I do really love a lot of songs of his. Okay, no, dudes, cameras are weird, man. Anyway, but okay, let's talk about a few of his songs that I really wanted to share with you guys. So I'm going to start off with the few, like the mainstream songs, like Brood voor Morgen Vroeg or Lepeltjes Geweest. These two songs are like the best known, and they start off really, folky, I guess. They start off really, country-ish, which is really interesting. Brood voor Morgen Vroeg is about, bread for tomorrow morning, which is weird. Why would you sing about bread for tomorrow morning? But it's really poetic in a way sometimes, and it's really philosophical too. So I'm going to let you guys enjoy those songs in a few seconds. So yes, those songs were very catchy and very upbeat, but the next one is Heist aan Zee, which is the most special song ever made because this song is about my city. Like, my city, Knokke Heist. I live in Knokke Heist, and I've pretty much talked about this a bunch of times, but I really love living here, and I just don't really care what people think because people think that Knokke Heist is like one of the richest parts of the country, but bro, it's imagine. No, but Heist aan Zee is like the part where I live, and oh, dude, I love this song so much. It's calm. It's not really upbeat. It's like chill, and I really like that. It's very personal to a lot of people here because this part of town is very calm, very collected, and I think that's really beautiful. He also made a song called Konijnen eten, which is literally translated rabbit food, which is funny. He talks about not going on a diet and wanting to eat chocolate and stuff like that. It's, like I said, it's very absurd, but I really like it. This one is very upbeat again. Then he has a few love songs, I guess. This one is Allemaal door jou, so it's all because of you. And he sings about trying to destroy the world, trying to poison poor people because he loved someone, or in the song loved someone, and she doesn't, or he doesn't really love him back, which is really interesting, and it's a very interesting way of thinking actually. Like, I love loving, if that makes sense, and to see someone being hurt in that song is, dude, it's another banger, bro. Absolutely absolutely, somebody cooked, man. Somebody cooked. So there we go.
Staat en eet alleen nog chocola. Liefde is alles, liefde is alles, wat er blijft wanneer de rest verloren is.
Try not to cry challenge, dude. Liefde is alles. Love is everything, man. They literally translated and. Dude, I'm literally almost crying right now. I'm not quite sure what it is, but I used this song as my end credit song to my final school project, and I think it literally encapsulates everything that my short film was about, and it's just. Oh, okay, camera's a bit weird here. No, this song is fantastic, and there's this long musical part. Oh, okay, camera is really weird. Okay, whatever, bro. chill, camera, chill. Anyway, there's this musical part with instruments at the end of the song, I think around 3 minutes, where there's this long soothing music, and then it goes back to like the lyrics and the repetitive parts. Really interesting. But bro, the next one is Twijfel niet en dans met mij, is the song about don't hesitate and dance with me. Like, dude, hell yeah, I would love to dance with you, guy. No, just kidding. I love that song too, and it's really, it's really, I want to say jazzy, I guess. It's really just, funky or something. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, never mind. It's really, really great. So there you go.
Dans met mij.
Dude, I love Messiah. He sings about like, does anyone want to be my Messiah? And Messiah obviously refers back to Jesus. I mean, biblical lore, guys, come on. But whoa, dude, I love this song. It's also very, very groovy, man. It really, really puts tempo, man, and I love that shit. So there you go. Like I said, he's a really great singer-songwriter. Absolute cinema, guys. But cinema for the ears, not for the eyes. So there we go. Like I said, some of these songs are literally just fantastic. That was Brombeer, which is like, I guess it's a way to describe someone that, always complains about stuff. And like I said, it's really a beat, and I love that shit, man. Holy damn. The next one is a bit sadder. It's like, the next song is about like trying to explain the world, trying to understand the universe. And it's literally translated the bigger picture, het grote geheel, which is really interesting as a song.
De stofafval van de Big Bang.
So yes, like I said, very interesting and poetic song, philosophical song too. And we have Zo van die zomerdagen, or Summer Days, not to be confused with Summer Days from Greece. Oh yes, that's also a banger of a song. But he has this great song about just trying to, chill on the beach, go for a swim, go and drink something. Summer days, man, really nice.
Kat wat aan zijn kruisbonen doet het niet in Frankrijk staan. Bossen in brand, zo van die
zomerdagen. Okay, sorry, okay, never mind. Just let's get into the next song. Oh no, before we actually listen to the next song, there's a little backstory to this song. It's literally called Wat nog komen zou, so what will come soon, or what would have come soon, I don't know. This is a song about I think it was a child that got in an accident, and he or she died, which is interesting. And it's actually a song for a funeral. It's really, really calm, and it's also quite sad. Like I said, like some of these songs are really catchy, but then some of them are very sad and just hit you right in the heart. It's really it's a very heavy song, but like emotional, you know.
Verduizelingwekkend groot verdriet.
Hey, for the next song, I need to dance, bro. It doesn't really fucking matter, bro. I love this song, bro. And Deploy, so I guess I'm not quite sure how to describe it actually. It's like being stuck and deploy. I suppose so. But dude, this song is really just, you know, it goes all the way, man. I love that. Alright, the next song is also very inspiring to me, and this is Dicht bij mij, or Close to Me. And this song he sang together with, I think it's a Belgian African singer, I guess female singer. So very interesting. And there are some great African sentences spoken in the song. I'm not an African speaker, so I'm not quite sure what they mean. But I really like it's very African, very good actually. So I'm going to, you know, let you listen to a few seconds of that song. There are also two of the same songs that I already talked about, so Heest aan Zee and Liefde is Alles. And they also sang them with a choir, which is fantastic. I have literally and sadly not seen any live concerts of his, except the one from the Once Week, which was really fun. But like that was also a free one. But I don't really have a budget to go someplace to actually listen to him. I would love to go someday, but I just don't have the, you know, I do have the money, but you know, it really hasn't fitted yet, because things are expensive, man, like those concert tickets, and obviously a lot of people want to hear him sing. So I'll just wait. I'm happy with these songs, and it's quite sad, but I really want to listen to him, you know, live one day. But we'll see. We'll see how life goes. I'm not in a rush actually, so that's okay. Let's listen to the choir types, you know, the choir parts of these other songs that I already talked about. So yeah, like I said, it really fits with the choir. It's better. It's like very much like it's thicker, I would say. Like people really with the choir actually just, you know, it makes sense in a way for some reason. I'm not quite sure. It's weird to describe them because these songs are in Dutch and I need to speak English to reach a certain viewer audience. But whatever. You know, I talk about him, so it doesn't really fucking matter. Anyway, the next one is pole ice, which is literally just like pole ice, yeah, like ice from the North Pole or the South Pole. So that makes sense. So yes, I think that's also a love song, but it's also very catchy, very upbeat, so that's very nice. The next song was actually one that I discovered not long ago, which is Groter in iets kleins, which is being big in something small. And sometimes it really fits, like the title's really fantastic. So being big in something small, like, you know, very relatable, right? Humans are pretty big, but they're also very small. And some humans are very big and they actually have a little heart. I would like to describe the song as something like that. Like some people are very big, very strong, but their hearts are really tiny and they want to help a lot of people. Or some people might be very small, but their hearts might be so evil in a way. You get me? If that makes sense, I'm not quite sure. The next and the last song I'm going to talk about is Twee paar poten en een staart, so 2 legs and a tail. But this refers back to an animal, obviously a dog or whatever, but also a human and yeah, certain humans. Yeah, not me, but you know, my just males, you know, I'm going to say it like that, but you know, 2 legs and 1 tail. Oh, I wonder what the tail was going to be, guys. What? No, just kidding. Like, this is also it's a very catchy song from Unzalai. Like it's just fantastic. So yes, sometimes I couldn't really actually describe myself when listening to these songs, but something inside of me really thinks that these songs are perfect. Like, I have to say that Bart Peeters is one of the most influential Dutch people or influential Flemish people in the music industry or in the television industry. I would love to meet him one day. Will never probably going to happen, but you know, life is life. You know, life has very much a lot of different possibilities, and you know, if I like him and I'm still liking him in 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, maybe one day I'm going to see him in concert and maybe I'm going to see him live. Or, you know, just, I'm not quite sure. Like, it's so weird to describe this because a lot of people know that man and know their songs and like the radios and Bart Peters. But I think, you know, when you listen very carefully to the songs and the constructed stories and the constructed poetic meanings and the philosophical meanings in the songs, you know, it's much more bigger than live. Actually, it's like you're listening to one of the best musicians in Belgium, man. Just understand that, right? I don't want to really, you know, push people to like him, but if you know, have the time, just listen to a few songs. Just go on a little search, try to find a song that you really like, and maybe one day dreams come true, and dreams, you know, are very much a reality that you might make for your own self one day, if that makes sense. Except if you want to marry with obviously Meryl Streep or like Anna Hathaway or like Anna de Armas. That will never happen, guys. I'm also dreaming about marrying Anna de Armas, but whatever. Just kidding, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will check you later. Goodbye, everyone.